Hi, loves. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. You are officially entered into the pink room. How are you this evening? Tonight's topic is all about rules and regulations in our relationships. I thought it would be fun to talk about social media in this particular blog because if you're in a relationship, I wanted to know if any of you have ever dealt with Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat being an issue for you. Let's say with your man or your woman, you find out that they're following certain people and they've made certain comments or they like certain pictures. And do you feel that that's a form of cheating? Or do you feel that that's a form of distrust? And I had a few people reach out to me regarding this very subject because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. And I wanted to give my 2 cents about it because you guys know me. I'm a pro-man woman and I tend to take the guy's side. But I want to say this. I think that to have a blanket statement for everybody to say that you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that is wrong. But I will say that as a couple, every couple should have a sit down and every couple should have an agreement on what's okay to do and what's okay not to do regarding social media. Because as a woman, I will say this, there's only certain things that I'm going to be okay with. Now, I'm very aware that being in a relationship and being in a monogamous relationship, there's just certain things that I feel you shouldn't do. I think when it comes to social media, it's very tempting. It's tempting for men and for women. It's not just a male problem that men see things and they act or react to it. I think I mean, as women, we're not blind either. You know, you go on Instagram, especially, and with Snapchat too. I'm not as versed with Snapchat as I am with Instagram. But when you go on Instagram and you go in the popular page or on the search page, there's so much there to see. And think about how many times you've scrolled. I got my phone here, or you scrolled and you see a certain thing, a certain person, a certain body, a certain ass, a certain titty, a certain dick pic, you know, um, that you feel attracted to. And even if you're married or you're in a relationship, um, you know, the human side of you reacts to it. Now, again, there's certain things I think are off limits. For myself and for my relationship, I know that I have a very attractive partner, and he has a very attractive partner too. um, and I know that he is attracted to beautiful women because he chose me. I'm just kidding. But anyway, you know, it's going to be normal that he sees things on social media that he's attracted to, or people that he follows, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with if you make comments. If I find out you was in somebody's DM, if I find out anything that makes me feel uncomfortable is a problem for me. And again, it's all about as a couple sitting down having a conversation because you can't assume anything. You can't assume anything. You can't say, you can't get mad at something and or you do something and just say, well, I thought you would be okay with that. You can't assume anything. And as couples, you have to have a conversation about social media, and you have to have a conversation about what is okay for you to do, what is okay not for you to do. I do not want you in any woman's DM. I do not want you making comments. Can you like a picture? Yeah, I think it's okay to like a picture. I do. I do. I mean, there are times, you know, I see men on Instagram and I'm like, Lord have mercy. He is a vision. And it's like you got to watch your finger because you're like, not like love. I love that. He looks so good. I love. Not like love. There needs to be a love button. But on the flip side of that, as a woman, you know, I have to be able to understand that, you know, if I'm loving something, he gonna love something too, you know? So it's all about having the conversation and saying, hey, hun, I expect that you're going to respect me. Social media, there's so much to be enticed by. You can be in a really loving and committed relationship, and people see that you're in a relationship, and they'll still go in your DM and try to get at you. And it's being tested with your monogamy is bigger now than anytime, because I have had men, and I'm being honest with you, I have had men inbox me and say, the way my relationship is set up, I can't do this, but I wish I could do this. I wish I could make you my MC, my WCW, and I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that. And my thing is just like, oh my gosh, what if my man is doing this? What if my man did that or said these things? And how would I feel about that? I wouldn't be happy. That part I would not be happy with, because it's just like, to me, when you're doing that, it's a form of cheating. Because let's say, as a woman, I could easily be like, oh, so it's good. How are you? It doesn't take much for us to react or respond in a certain way, and a person may take that as an invitation. And that's why I think when you make comments on a pic, it's it's an invitation that something could jump off, in my eyes, because you can't, think about this, and I've stated this before. If you think about what it takes for you to make a comment, there's so much on your feed, there's so much going on in your life. For you to make a comment on a picture is a conscious decision, because no one made you do anything. It's a conscious decision that you make. So you took time out of your day to make a comment on someone's picture. So there's some responsibility in that. And when you're, let's do guy girl. When you're a guy and you're in a relationship and you love your woman and you respect her, and then you go on a page and you see this woman whose ass is out, she's in the shower, she's spreading it for you, you're seeing boobs, you're seeing all types of things that entice you, and then you write, oh my God, yes, and you're saying things on pictures. The reality is, another woman may look at you and think, oh yeah, he want to fuck, he want to do this, he want to do that. And let me tell you too, another thing, what people don't realize is, if you're a guy and you got your woman all over your page, but you're making comments on other women's page, that woman is going to go out her way to let your woman know, this is going on over here. Mr. Perfect ain't so perfect, and this is what he's doing. So you have to be really clear with your relationship about what you're allowing and what you're not going to allow, because social media can disrupt and destroy relationships. It can happen. And, we're at a place in time that, like, again, the Instagram, the Snapchats, women in general, we're at a place of being happy about our bodies. Some of us are doing it for other reasons. Some are just for attention. Some is to get bookings. Some is to just be proud of their body and show it. Listen, I've gone on social media in my bathing suit, or in, dress a certain way sometimes, and my man will be like, you're doing too much. And I'm like, I'm just in a bathing suit. It's not a big deal. But, again, you want to do things that doesn't affect your relationship in a negative way. And, you have to be respectful when you're in a relationship, or definitely a marriage, because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your partner. I think that's the key. You have to understand, it's not just about you anymore. You're with someone. You're two. So you can't just go ahead and act and do things and react in a way that's singular. You have to understand that you're taking on you and your partner. So your behavior is a reflection not only on you, but of the person that you say you're in love with. So you have to respect that. So I want to ask you guys, have you ever had any arguments or disagreements with your man or your woman about social media? What have the arguments been about? Have any of you ever cheated? Any of you ever snuck in somebody's DM before? Have I ever snuck in a DM? Hmm. uh, that was a long time ago. We won't talk about that. So you guys gotta leave me your comments. Email me, shandasays1@gmail.com. Follow me on social media at Shanda Says on my Twitter and on my Instagram and on Snapchat at Shanda Says. I love you and be safe. And we have to talk about this election. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, what are your views? How are you feeling? I'm a Hillary Clinton fan, supporter. I'm a Democrat at heart. I was raised a Democrat. I feel that she's the best and most qualified person for the job. Donald Trump, I'm disgusted with. There's no words for how I feel about this man. We'll talk more about that in the next video, maybe. Oh, I have been asked real quickly to bring Fat Fridays back. If you're not familiar with that, it's called Fashion and Talk. And Fashion and Talk was all about me talking about makeup, all type of girly stuff. And I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to come back on Friday and do a Fat Friday. I haven't done it in years. And I think it's time. You guys have been asking, so I'm going to bring it back. I love you. Again, email me, shandasays1@gmail.com. Follow me on social media at Shanda Says. And I will see you next time. Mwah. God bless. Bye-bye, babies.